6:37.
He said he's away.
All right. Great. Okay, good evening, everybody. I'd like to call to order for the regular action meeting of the Board of Education, July 23rd, 2025, at 6:30 p.m. in the boardroom of the Administration Building at 70 Conover Road, Colts Neck, New Jersey. If I could please have a roll call.
Yes, you may. Mrs. Cameron.
Present.
Mrs. Horowitz.
Here.
Mr. Arrico.
Here.
Mrs. Ramirez. Here. Participating remotely. Thank you. Mr. Rugnetta.
Here.
Mr. Scales. Mr. Scarpa. Mrs. Volpe.
Here.
Mr. Walsh.
Here.
You have a quorum.
Great, thank you. Pursuant to the Open Public Meetings Act, Chapter 231, this meeting has been duly advertised in the Asbury Park Press in a schedule of meetings dated January 16, 2025, and March 4, 2025, notice of which has been filed with the Deputy Clerk for Colts Neck Township, and the requirements of posting of notices have been met. If everybody can kindly rise for the flag salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Great, thank you. Okay. I'd like everybody to take notice. I'm going to call for a motion to move the approval of the minutes. I just had a question for Mr. Marasco. On the minutes, does everything we say, any comments, that all gets documented on here? I mean, I saw some of my comments weren't missing. I'm not sure if it's verbatim or...
So this, when it comes to minutes, the standard according to statute is that minutes are summarized in a reasonably comprehensive manner of what was discussed at the meeting.
Okay.
Including the roll call votes. So it's not a verbatim,
Okay.
word for word transcription.
Okay. If I wanted
When it
to
comes to
request,
meeting.
like, certain comments that I made to be added to that, is that something that's allowable, or it's just, like you said?
You can make a request, but most likely it could be summarized.
Yeah, that's what I mean, a summarization, okay. All right, that's fine. I'm going to make ask for a motion to move these, and then I'll probably ask for some of my comments to be added at a later date, if that's all right? And then reapprove them. I don't want to hold this up from being issued on the website.
If you are suggesting you're revising your motion to only include certain minutes, I would note that.
No, that's right. I'll vote on it, and then I'll, like I said, it's only one or two things. I don't want to hold up all these minutes for that. I don't feel it necessary. Okay, is that all right? All right, can I have a motion to move the approval of minutes, June 4th, June 16th, the executive session on June 16th, the regular June 25th, and the June 25th executive session?
Motion.
Second.
Okay, can I have a roll call?
Mrs. Tamara,
Yes.
Mrs. Horowitz, Mr. Orico,
Yes.
Mrs. Ramirez,
Yes.
Mr. Rugnetta,
Yes.
Mrs. Volpe,
Yes.
Mr. Walsh.
Yes.
Thank you. The motion carried.
Great, thank you. All righty, moving forward, we have nothing under the presentations, no communications for this meeting, and it'll bring me right into my president's report. Okay. I'm going to do half written and half off the cuff here tonight. I just want to remind everybody, I know that our board members, you all work very hard over the past few months with the budget, so on and so forth. And I know that during the summer, it's very difficult for us all to take times away from our family to come to meetings. So I have requested that Dr. Garabay cancel the August 6th COW and the August 20th RAM meeting, just to give you and your families time uninterrupted to have to come out to the meetings. I know that we do, work behind the scenes, certain things come up, so just because we are not having these two meetings does not mean the board isn't working in its full capacity. So I just wanted to remind everybody, and thank you all for your dedication. The meetings will resume August 26th at 6:30. I'm sorry, 27th. I have it, I don't know why I said that, it's right here, 27th. So take note of that. Moving on, we received, I'm proud to inform everybody, we received a Focus Grant Award on July 14th in the amount of $4,150. Dr. Garabay will be happy to speak further on this. I'm going to defer to her. I'm sure we could all benefit from hearing the details, so I'll leave that for you. A couple of things happened over the course between now and the last meeting, and that was our reassessed tax bills were sent out. And I want to let this community know that everybody here on the Board of Education worked diligently to make sure that we produced a zero tax increase with the help and the guidance of Dr. Garabay and Mr. Marasco. I'm proud that we achieved that goal. What I'm not proud of is the conduct of the Township Committee and the Monmouth County GOP that have constantly raised our taxes over the past several years. If you run for office and you claim you're going to preserve tax dollars, then do your job. Do your job. That's what you were voted in to do. So I'm calling out all the politicians in the Colts Neck and Monmouth County area to think about why you ran and what you're doing in office. And I'd like to ask Jason, and I know Brian's running a little bit late, you dealt on the Finance Committee, and I'm sure you're very disappointed as well to see our taxes being raised in the manner it was. I don't know if you'd like to add to my comments, but you're certainly welcome to do so.
Yes, I am, and the fact that the budget for the Colts Neck Township was, was I believe close to I don't know the exact numbers, but it was a couple $1 million less last year than this year. Basically what happens is, yes, the tax rate was lowered by Colts Neck Township. However, the amount that the assessments were raised offset that tax rate that was lowered. And I believe the numbers were close to a couple $1 million more that the township did take in. But what they did was they raised the budget accordingly to that amount. So, and they're taking more money from taxpayers, raising the budget that amount to the point where the taxes that come in versus their budget is basically equal, okay? But that really is, unfortunately, not really a great thing to do for the taxpayers. I mean, if you ran this township on, I'm just saying for example here, I'm just throwing out a random number, $12 million last year, and you take in, again, another approximation, $2 million extra from raising the assessments, and then you make your budget last year was 12 million, and now you make the budget this year 14 million. Where does that extra $2 million come in? Like, why are you raising the budget an extra $2 million?
Is it because they're padding their spending?
That's exactly what's going on. That's
Okay,
exactly
well,
what's
you know-
happening. Last year, I don't know the exact numbers. I'm just using approximation and examples here. But it's easy to say as a township, oh, well, we brought in our tax revenue this year was 14 million. Okay, well, last year was 12 million.
Doesn't mean you
But they raised the budget an extra 2 million, and I'm just spitballing numbers here. And it's like, oh, well, we didn't realize a tax increase to the taxpayers. Well, that's garbage. That's complete and utter garbage. You can call it whatever you want. You can call it whatever you want. We could have increased our, we could have said, hey, we want 3% of what, we want 3% of whatever the total taxes are increase that you brought in, right? We could have asked for that money, and we could have received extra money from the taxpayers. But we obviously chose not to do that because we have been cutting expenses and raising revenues. And I believe that is absolutely something that the Colts Neck Township should be able to do. If the Colts Neck school systems can do that, I believe the Colts Neck Township would be able to do that as well. Why not?
I agree with you. I'm bringing this up because I want the public to see, what's going on here. I wanted to see very clearly what's going on with people who hold political titles
Yeah.
in this town. I want to recognize Mr. Scarpa. He just came in. I'd like to give him the opportunity to comment as well. I feel bad. I don't want to put you on the spot. I was just reiterating to the public during my president's report that I was disgusted to see our tax bills, come through the mail the other day, despite the fact that we worked diligently with the administration here to make sure that our district is not suffering in any way, yet we cut useless spending, and we're still giving the kids top notch of everything. And I want to thank the administration for working with us. If we did it here, certainly the township can do it, and certainly the Monmouth County leaders at the next level can do it. I'm very, very disappointed, and they should be ashamed of themselves. If you want to make a comment, you certainly can.
Yeah, and I appreciate that. And my apologies for running late.
That's okay.
But yes, no, it just goes to show you that if you put pen to paper and take time and carve through both expenses and revenue opportunities, you can appreciate a balanced budget. Everyone was in for a bit of a shell shock when we saw those statements, largely driven by increase of assessments coming through the door. That said, there could have been a curtailment associated with it. Yes, assessments could have indeed gone up, but they could have approached the rate assessment, say, you know what, because assessments are going up, we can decrease the rate and keep it more of a budget-minded approach. And that didn't happen. We did our piece, and we saw our slice of the pie there that was associated with the schools, and we kept it consistent to last year. We did not have a rate increase, but because the assessed values went up, obviously with the same rate, you're going to be paying more dollars due to those assessed values. They should have trimmed that down. I was saddened to see that, but we did our job. We did our job, and we stand behind it. We put a lot of time and effort into appreciating a line-by-line approach, and thank you to the administrative staff for supporting it and for getting on board and say, what can we do with the allotments that have been provided to us? With the same token of gratitude and appreciation was not appreciated from the township. That's been my concern as well.
Okay. Go ahead, Jason. Last comment.
Yes, and the other thing that I wanted to address was we are responsible for K through 8. When people speak about Colts Neck High School, that is a freehold district school. When they raised the taxes for the Colts Neck High School, that does not encompass K through 8 or this board at all. And I think that's a very big issue that people really don't understand. So I think the three reasons why I know the three reasons why the taxes are going up in this town for every taxpayer is A, because of the state of New Jersey, B, because of the Monmouth County, C, because of Colts Neck Township, and D, because they raise taxes for the Freehold School District, which then gets raised to the Colts Neck taxpayers because the Colts Neck taxpayers, whether they like it or not, are part of the Freehold School District when it comes to Colts Neck High School. So.
Make sure your mic is on, Mr. Walsh.
I think should be proud of how zealous we were in the financial oversight for our taxpayers. You may see in your tax bill, I believe it says 60% maybe, the school you see in county.
68.
So people don't understand, they see that, oh my God, the schools are raising our taxes. This is why. It's not because of our school board decision-making. We kept that zero tax increase to 2 years in a row. So again, I'm glad you brought that up to your point to the public that we did our job as a school board in preserving a great education for our kids and enabling our taxpayers to stay in this town. Because at a certain point, it's going to be unaffordable to live in this town for struggling families, and particularly the senior citizens I represent. It's got to stop.
I just want to be fair. If anybody else would like to comment, please do so. I have no problem.
I just want to commend President Volpe for actually calling out the politicians. Rarely do you see that, to have someone to have the guts to do that. So thank you, and thank you, Mr. Rico, for explaining it to everyone who is hopefully watching today and watching in the future, and I want to say that I'm proud of this board for the last 2 years, and thank you to Dr. Garibay and Mr. Rasko for helping us keep our promises that we ran on in doing the no tax increase on our end. Rarely is there politicians, if we can call ourselves politicians, keep their promises like we have. I haven't seen it most of my life, so I want to commend this board for being able to do that and do right by this town. Thank you.
I'd like to just add on to what Jason was saying, and thank you, Vinny, for that. I just looked it up quickly, and it on Google it just says the Freehold Regional School District raised its tax levy by 8.7%. So while we gave our taxpayers a 0% tax increase, that is significant, 8.7%. So that way they just have a number in mind.
Just to respond to your comment, Mr. Regnad, you're right. We are certainly not politicians. If I wanted to be a politician, I wouldn't be saying the things I say. My allegiance, I said in the past, is not to anybody but the students here and the taxpayers and their dollar. And like I said, I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to do the right thing. So we're going to move on from that at this time. I think that will conclude my president's report. We are going to move right into the board liaison reports. Mrs. Horowitz, if you will start us off with the Parent Advisory Committee.
See, right, it wasn't just me. I have nothing for today.
That's fine. Just to let everybody know, don't feel pressured. It's midsummer. Things have been quiet. I know the district has been very busy starting the new financial year, so I don't want to discredit you guys in any way. You guys are working your butts off, and we want to recognize that. It is slow for us as board members because the school's out for summer, so please don't feel pressured. I'm sure the PTO has
No,
not met
nothing there either.
but we always thank our PTO ladies for always working around the school year. Moving right into the Colts Neck Township newsletter, Mrs. Kammer.
Also, no updates.
Okay, that's fine. Colts Neck Township School Arts, Sports, and Extracurricular, Mr. Rignetta.
Just one, flag football. You can still register for flag football for the fall for K through 8. Registrations are going fast right now, so They do ask if you are going to sign up, please make sure that you could commit to the games. Lots of kids do multiple sports. Like my son does hockey, so we can't do it in the fall, and we don't want to we don't want to miss a game, and we want to make sure every kid who wants to play gets to play. So please, if you have other sports and you don't think you can make every game, please do not sign up. Opening day will be September 6th, and games will be well, the registration right now is $195 until August 2nd, and then late registration will go up to $225 from August 3rd to August 15th, and then registrations will close, but they will have a wait list, and if you're able to sign up on the wait list, that registration fee goes up to $275. The games will be on Saturdays, and playoffs will begin the week of October 25th and November 1st, with the Super Bowl being on November 15th. Again, opening day will be September 6th. So thank you.
Great, thank you for those updates. Moving on to the Colts Neck Township Committee, Mr. Scarpa and Mrs. Camera.
Okay, the last meeting was July 9th. I watched it via live stream because we had our cow meeting that night. It began with Megan Raddick, who served as a records clerk for the Colts Neck Township Police Department. She was sworn in as a probationary police officer, so congratulations. Many ordinances were passed, so I just encourage residents to visit the Colts Neck Township website for details, the community website for details. The senior club, Kevin, is now up to 278 members. And I found this really interesting. A Colts Neck High School senior wrote to Mayor Buss expressing interest in something similar to our liaison program, but it focused on high school students, almost like a youth advisory committee to the township committee, where they would provide feedback and ideas to the township. So I personally think it's worth exploring, and I hope the township committee implements this program. I think it's a wonderful idea, anything to get our youth involved in politics and the community. And the next meeting is August 13th.
Okay, terrific. Moving on, oh, Mr. Scarpa, do you want to add anything? I apologize. Okay, great. The Colts Neck Township Planning Board, Mr. Scales is unavailable. I don't know, Mr. Walsh, if there's still anything going on at this time?
No, not really, but my hopes are that the ad hoc committee, school board members are permanent representatives of the planning board in all future affordable housing decisions. And I think that they were very receptive to our input, and we worked together well with all committee members, including the township committee.
Great. I'm very appreciative that you guys are on that committee, and it would be in the township's best interest to keep the both of you there. Moving on to Naval Weapons Station Earl. Oh, I'm sorry, I skipped over the seniors. I apologize. I'm so sorry. You might as well just leave.
278 members. Skip.
I apologize. Just keep your
No
mic on.
activity, no report.
No report, okay. Moving on, Naval Weapons Station Earl, Mrs. Ramirez, and Mr. Scarpa. Okay, Mrs. Ramirez, thank you. Anything? Same, okay, yep, no problem. Okay, and we got the school board representative. I do have a few things. I'll try to be brief with the New Jersey School Board's report. We have the Capitol Watch. It's the quarterly newsletter of the New Jersey School Board Association, Government Relations Department. It updates board members, admins, school leaders on legislation that could impact school districts in New Jersey. So that summer issue is now available, and it can be found via your email. We have a few webinars. I did mention a few of these last time. July 30th, just a reminder, the state budget recap and legislative updates. That'll be at 10 a.m. We also have August 6th. Are you ready for the opening of school? That's also 10 a.m. And lastly, and those you could still register online. Just go to your email if anybody's interested. Lastly, the New Jersey School Board's meeting dates were released, and they are as follows. Tuesday, October 7th, December 2nd, February 3rd will be virtual. March 10th is the 8th grade dialogue. Looking forward to that next year. That was an awesome event. And May 5th. So I'll try to attend as many of those as I can. All right, at this time, we're concluding all committee reports. We're going to move right into the superintendent's report. I'm going to pass it off to Dr. Garibay.
Okay, thank you. So yes, I'll start with thanking, Dr. Reynolds and Dr. Beck for all their efforts in putting together our successful focus grant in $4,150. This is funding for optimal comprehensive universal screener grant, which aims to support local school districts in adopting and implementing high-quality universal screeners, as well as programs to help address student reading comprehension, all things associated with student reading. So we are looking to have someone certified in Orton Gillingham, Wilson program, those types of things to help support all of the different interventions and programs that we have, the tiered levels of programming that we have here in the district.
awesome.
So we are very excited and grateful for the opportunity, and we will continue to pursue grants like that where we're eligible and can go for it. So I think it was great. Every little dollar helps and is valued. So I hope everyone is enjoying their summer. I know you haven't really thought about summer work. Maybe you have, maybe you haven't. There was a small little snafu on the website. It's all rectified now, where the links are now live and everything when we did the transition for the website, so everything is there. There will be an email reminder that goes out to families tomorrow about the links and the summer assignments, summer work that is available for any upcoming pending rainy days and or for the required reading assignments that are due. Additionally, I wanted to thank President Volpe for mentioning the work in the summer. Summer is a busy place here, and it's quiet in the schools, but there's still a lot of work to be done. We have a lot of for example, our 24-25 school register summary data, our staff course rosters, our NJ Smart attendance submissions, all of those things that are all data reflective of last year, uploading into everything. Lots of counting. And that doesn't account for we leave 1 foot in the 24-25 school year when it comes to closing out all the fiscal management responsibilities, the purchase orders, all of those things, finances of the 24-25 school year, so that we can start to commence our audit, the board's annual audit that it goes through. And then that's all takes place simultaneously while we were opening up all of the accounts, purchasing and ordering for September. All of that transition takes place in 2 months. So it is a lot. It's a big lift, but it's something we've become, we work towards to make sure everything's up, ready and shiny and ready to go. Speaking of shiny and ready to go, Mr. Moretta and crew are actively cleaning and stripping the floors and doing all the things to make sure everything is good for the opening of schools. Mr. Marasco often we tour with Mr. Moretta and the school building principals as the summer goes through. If you go through now, everything is pulled out of the classrooms and cleaned and getting organized in that sense. Materials are being purchased, starting to arrive. All of those things that we talk about in budget, those things start to become alive for the 25-26 school year, and that's exciting as we're closing things out and moving on. So those are all great things. Student registrations. Please, I always do a shout out every summer. Please don't wait until August 30th to register a child if you can. But if you know someone who's ready for school, new to the district, we want to welcome them, get them set up, and get them all set up in Genesis. If you know anyone, just registration is open all summer long. So please just do not hesitate to contact Mrs. Gill, who is our initial point of contact for the district. We also August 4th through the 7th is our administrative retreat. That's where we do a lot of our annual required administrative trainings, discussions, and also strategic planning and how we're going to be scaling out the year and planning out the year with regards to professional development, due dates, submissions, and that includes the annual opening of the long-awaited date for the parent portal for the 25-26 school year. That date will be sent out after once we make all the determinations of when everything is set and ready to go. Our summer programs, it's hard to believe, but tomorrow is the last day of our Summer Bridge program. Yep, the Summer Showcase is tomorrow, if you're around. We have 3rd through 8th grade band performance. I also just want to note for a second, we had several of our Cedar Drive Band alumni come to help out as volunteers in the summer band program, which I thought was just a lot of fun. It was fun to see them on the first day showing up, and they look so much older, but warm place in our heart that they are willing to come back and volunteer to support the work of the students, who are coming through the program, and that they took a lot of pride in being a part of. And then the summer performing arts is also going to be doing an abbreviated Moana play and musical, so that should be fun as well. So that's 10:15 tomorrow at the elementary school. Then extended school year goes until August 7th. And then looking ahead, we are also in the process this summer, we start looking and being reflective, but also planning ahead. I'll be looking for a September date, most likely for the approval of the district goals, the 25-26 district goals, looking at achievement and those kinds of things that we look at to put together. So that will likely be in September. And I want to just say that it's very excited just to share the representation of the district, which is that this year for the 25-26 school year, I'll be serving as the vice president of the Monmouth County Superintendent's Roundtable. So that gives a nice voice to the district and presence at the state and county level for the district, and I'm honored to be serving in that role for the district and for our county. And that concludes my
Would you like
superintendent's
any
report.
help representing us? I could come with you.
Sure. No, I'm kidding. Always welcome. Always
Maybe I'll leave
welcome.
that to you, Dr. Garvey.
Always welcome.
Okay.
Thank you.
Great. All right, we're going to move right into the information items. If everybody wants to take note to that one information item, and then we're going to open the floor to the public for any comments, questions or comments. If anybody would like to get up, you could use the podium, state your name and address for the record. Okay, seeing none, we're going to close public comment, and we're going to move right into the action items. Okay. I need a motion to move action items number 1.
1 and 2?
Just one.
Just one. I
Motion.
know, I had to look at that myself. All right, anybody second? Second. Okay, great. Can I get a roll call for that one action item, number 1?
Mrs. Camera,
I was under buildings and grounds.
Superintendent action item.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yes,
one
no, my
item, one
apologies.
item. Mrs.
Yes,
Cameron.
yes,
Thank you. Mrs. Horowitz.
yes.
Mr. Rico.
Yes.
Mrs. Ramirez. Yes, thank you. Mr. Rignetta.
Yes.
Mr. Scarpa.
Yes.
Mrs. Volpe.
Yes,
Mr. Walsh.
Yes.
Thank you. The motion carried.
great, thank you. We're going to move on to the action items under buildings and grounds, safety and security. I need a motion to move those 2 items.
Motion.
Second,
Roll call, please.
Mrs. Camera.
yes.
Mrs. Horowitz.
Yes.
Mr. Rico.
Yes.
Mrs. Ramirez.
Yes.
Mr. Rignetta.
Yes.
Mr. Scales. I'm sorry, Mrs. Volpe.
Yes.
Mr. Scarpa.
Yes.
And Mr. Walsh.
Yes.
Pardon me. The motion carried.
Okay, great, thank you very much. Moving on to the curriculum portion. I need a motion to move items 1 through 2.
Motion.
Second,
Any questions or comments on this particular item? All right, can I get a roll call?
Yes, curriculum and instruction items 1 through 2. Mrs. Camera.
no for item number 1, yes for item number 2.
Thank you. Mrs. Horowitz.
No for 1, yes for 2.
Mr. Rico.
No for 1, yes for 2.
Mrs. Ramirez.
Yes.
Mr. Rignetta.
No for 1, yes for 2.
Mr. Scarpa.
No for 1, yes for 2.
Mrs. Volpe.
No for number 1, yes for number 2.
Mr. Walsh.
No for number 1, no, yes for number 2.
Thank you. Item number 1 did not carry. Item number 2 did carry.
Okay, moving on to finance. If I can get a motion to move items 1 through 7. 1 through 7, if everybody wants to take a quick look at that, if you missed anything. And, yep, if I could get a motion to move those.
Motion.
Second.
All right, anybody have any questions, comments on any of those 7 items?
Yeah, I had a few questions. On number 4, I was just curious what specific tasks, I think it was Ms. Condrone, is that correct? Condrone, will be responsible for during this 30-day period.
Sure.
This is 30, for a period of 30 days.
Right. Yeah, it extends beyond that, though.
Oh, okay.
It's like 2 days a week.
So that was in the proposal that was sent. I shared that with Mrs. Volpe, and it was in the update this week. So it was listed out. It's various bookkeeping with the elimination of the business office analyst position. There's a needed support, especially when we're talking about all the financial matters that are going on, specifically with bookkeeping, because that was an area where we reallocated things. There's also tasks that have been absorbed back by the school business administrator in the elimination of that role. So the board, in order to operate and provide timely responses to the needs of the auditors during that time, there's a significant need for additional bookkeeping in this transition time with that, as we're transitioning out, absorbing tasks back from the business administrator, as well as preparing for the board's annual audit. And it's 30 days period total between now and October 20th.
Okay. And are we going to be like training other, like existing staff
Correct.
for following years to be able to
Correct.
do that?
Correct. That's part of the process as well, is Beth. And,
That's great.
yeah.
And a follow-on question, the 10.5, that's being drawn from what line item in the budget? I don't recall offhand.
So with regard to that, it's being breakage of salaries, it's really in the salary line item account. So in the general item of salaries, and there's no benefits, because it's not a position, it's a contracted service, but it is being pulled from the salaries or breakage that we've had in hiring lower than what we've been replacing people who have been retiring. It's called breakage.
Okay.
So when you have that breakage, you're accruing that type of
I understand.
availability of funds to reallocate.
Okay.
And one more thing. In the future, when we need maybe like extra summer assistance, have we ever reached out to, we have like Brookdale Community College, we have Rutgers nearby, getting some like college interns, maybe to do some work at, obviously it would be a lot less than $350 an hour, although I understand we're paying her for her knowledge.
Yeah. We also reached out to MOESC, and they're $150 an hour. So there's, not in terms of a day, I should say. So in terms of that, there's like a lot of different options that we're looking at, but her knowledge is going to be, to your point. But we can always explore those things with interns and accounting firms and things like that who are looking. We'd always post. We post for summer seasonal work for custodians and things like that, so we can certainly
Right, I was just
explore
thinking
that as
the
an option.
finance department, maybe even year-round, having some college interns, they might want to do it 1 or 2 days a week. It's such a great learning experience for them.
Yeah.
It's great on the resume and train someone, in the future.
Sure. It's always, we welcome the help. We have no shortage of work. We welcome the help and exploring those options to do so.
All right, anybody else like to add to that? Okay, if not, we'll go into our roll call, items 1 through 7.
Finance items 1 through 7. Mrs. Camera?
Yes.
Mrs. Horowitz?
Yes.
Mr. Rico?
Yes.
Mrs. Ramirez? Mr. Rugnetta?
Yes.
Mr. Scarpa?
Yes.
Mrs. Volpe?
Yes.
Mr. Walsh?
Yes.
Thank you. The motion carries.
Okay, moving into policy, we have only one item under there, the attachment P1. If I could get a motion to move that one item.
Motion?
Second.
Anybody want to comment on that? Any question or comment?
I'm sorry, is this number 5?
This is the policy, the one item under policy, which is the bylaw community liaison roles and responsibilities.
Page 8, the top of page 8,
It's number 8.
the top of page 8.
Oh, okay.
There's only one item.
Oh, okay, very good. My apologies. Thank you.
Yeah, it's kind of snuck in the back there. All right, if there's no comments, we'll take a roll call on that item.
Sure. Policy, the one item, Mrs. Camera,
Yes.
Mrs. Horowitz,
Yes.
Mr. Urico,
Yes.
Mrs. Ramirez,
Yes.
Mr. Rignetta,
Yes.
Mr. Scarpa,
Yes.
Mrs. Volpe,
Yes.
Mr. Walsh.
Yes.
Thank you. The motion passed.
Great, thank you. Nothing under negotiations, nothing under transportation. Moving into personnel, I'd like to get a motion to move items, it's pretty lengthy here, so give me a second here, 1 through 10. 1 through 10. Everybody wants to take a minute to make sure they didn't miss anything in reviewing this. Any questions or comments on those particular items? Yes.
Yes, I have a comment. So item number 1 I'm discussing, I fully support the appointment of Caroline Detlinger as a teacher at Cedar Drive Middle School, and I want to welcome her to the district. But I do believe it's an important moment to raise a broader concern about hiring practices, especially where new staff are placed on the salary guide. So as you can see, she's being slated to begin at step 7-8 on the master's guide, earning a little over $77,000 a year. So I just respectfully urge the administration and the board to consider the practice of placing new hirees at step 1. I mean, that's a reason why we have the guide. It's the way it's broken up is step 1 bachelor's, step 1 bachelor's plus 30, step 1 master's, step 1 master's plus 30, step 1 master's plus 60. So Colts Neck, we offer small class sizes, we have strong community support, we have a tradition of excellence, and I've said it before, I really believe it's a privilege to work here. New hirees should earn their way up the salary guide by demonstrating, both commitment, instructional impact, alignment with the district's goals and values. So we do ask a lot of our taxpayers, we were just discussing, these inflation of our taxes. So this is one area I think we should be a little bit more frugal with, and you quickly, every year you move up the guide, the way it works, or you move down the guide, I don't know the correct lingo here, but she'll be on step 2 next year. So I just don't agree with, until you have a proven performance, starting someone in the middle of the guide.
May I ask Dr. Garibay, why step 7 and 8? Can you give an explanation for that?
I absolutely can. So we've taken in the practice, we give people, this is not a brand new teacher out of school, so this is not a random placement. This is someone who has the years in equivalency, where we look for people with a similar experience. This is, to your point, Mrs. Cameron, one of the attractions of our district, that we're able to attract talent away from other districts who do lose something when they are losing their district. They're losing their tenure, they start over with the benefits, they start over with all of their sick days don't transfer over. So the fact that we are able to consistently open with full staff, even during the pandemic, is an absolute credit, but we have to be able to be marketable and comparable when we need those positions like this. We did hire staff at step 1s prior in June. We did hire at step 1 because they were brand new teachers. We welcomed them into the profession here in Colts Neck. They are step 1, and you're absolutely correct. They are going to earn their way up. I don't know if we would have as much success in attracting the talent that's needed for specific certifications, like a special education highly qualified in mathematics to teach up through grade 8 in mathematics, which was a higher desirable, position, had we had a step 1 offer for that person, and we would risk starting the year without a teacher. So we have to be able to provide competitive salaries that are fair, that teachers are willing to leave their current roles and move into. And I know that there's different philosophies, but I hear you. It is something that we go through and we're budgeting for, and that's where we're getting breakage from, where we'll say, I know that we're going to be replacing this with this, and so on and so forth, for more common type of endorsements, for if it's an elementary or general special education for the roles. But we also want to make sure we're setting ourselves up, so if we have a special ed teacher, this particular one called for a resource room pull-out mathematics. So they have to provide that, which is a very specific type of the highly qualified certification. So in areas where we do think we are going to have a problem, it is, even though there is breakage, this is a replacement at a lower rate than the exiting teacher was. So it's also creating breakage, should we look at that as well. But I do hear you, and I absolutely respect that position, and it is often our practice to replace at a lower rate.
Right, and I appreciate everything you said. It does make a lot of sense. In general, everyone now who, though, just to be fair too, you have to be highly qualified now. You would never hire someone who doesn't have the highly qualified certificate for mathematics or for any, like I'm highly qualified for the grades that I teach.
Well, no, highly qualified,
Right.
as you know, if I can feel it.
Right.
As you know, if any certification above sixth grade that is in a content-specific area, you're not allowed to lead that instruction in mathematics in a pull-out environment unless you have a certification. So a special education teacher who is an in-class support that doesn't provide the primary instruction but is there for the sole designation of the special education students does not need to be highly qualified.
In that
That's
subject area,
right.
right.
But if you're in it, if you're in a resource room pull-up and you are responsible for the primary instruction of that content area, you absolutely need highly qualified. And where we're seeing in the role and the grateful time and service of retirees, they were grandfathered, they were house matrix. Remember that language where they were house matrix and based on how many years of service. Now they have to be certified. They have to take a praxis in the middle school endorsement up to 8th grade or the high school endorsement. So it is a separate test, and it's like, yes, of course, the highly qualified, you have to be certified. We have to follow the rules of endorsement, whether it's the K-6 endorsement, elementary, or something like that. We're also looking for dual endorsement many times. That somehow, while we don't, in some ways, while we don't have to hire additional teachers because we had a general ed teacher, we're downsizing, we're going to make that a special education teacher. All of those are the things that we look for are many times, but for this specific teacher, this was a specific endorsement that we needed for this, and we knew we would likely have to go above a step one, someone who was highly qualified. And yes, everyone has to be certified, but that is a different status of highly qualified.
Right, okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for that explanation. That was excellent.
Thank you for that, I appreciate it. Can we update the minutes to reflect that? Because that's critical to books and records as we look back especially for our hiring guides. That absolutely makes sense, but if we can provide a little bit of context why it's at that point, or just to carve out why it may not necessarily be at a 1 and a 2 will be helpful as we keep on minutes going forward. That'd be awesome, thank you.
Great, I appreciate everybody's feedback on that item. Now, if we could get a roll call to move, a roll call for those items 1 through 10.
I'm not sure I had it.
Oh, did I have a motion? I'm sorry. Did we do a second? I can't remember.
So we did.
Second.
Okay.
Oh, motion, sure. Motion.
Okay, personnel items 1 through 10, Mrs. Cameron,
Yes.
Mrs. Horowitz,
Yes.
Mr. Arico,
Yes.
Mrs. Ramirez,
Yes.
Mr. Rignetta,
Due to my employment with the New Jersey Department of Labor, State Disability, I'm going to have to recuse from numbers 3 and 4, and yes to the rest, though.
thank you. Mr. Scarpa,
Yes.
Mrs. Volpe,
Yes.
Mr. Walsh.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay, great. We're going to open up public comment for the second portion of our meeting. If anybody wants to get up again, please state your name and address for the record. Okay, seeing none at this time, closing public comment. At this time, I'd like to open up the floor for new business. Keep in mind, we will not be back here until August 27th. So if anybody wants to add new business at this time, please feel free to do so.
May I? After the board?
You certainly can.
I promise I won't be long.
No, you can.
We are working with Kevin Walsh and Mr. Marasco and Mr. Murata for a potential buildings and grounds, but there's a lot of moving pieces right now with some security things going on that we're looking into, the grants are there, so we may have a need, to be reaching out to have a supplemental meeting in between that 27th buildings and grounds meeting as well. So with the work. Thank you. And then just as a follow-up to the Cal meeting conversation with regard to the parental bill of rights, I've already, I shared with you and Mr. Scales the other day that I've already started the process of linking the current Strauss ESME policies into them so that there are policy links that are in there. It is extensive, and I wanted to make sure it was a format, so I've gotten through the section 4000s of the different 8 articles that are in there. So that's what I'm working on right now, and I'll be moving in. I'm hoping to have that drafted, completed, potentially by the end of next week before we go into August, so that the board can look at it, the live links, and all what we're doing and taking that feedback is looking at it. That has put on pause a little bit of the cross-referencing of the Strauss ESME and school boards. We are in contact with that, but we're also, you know, we're trying to prioritize our time with regard to looking back and forth of that review. So just know that we're going to be going through during our administrative retreat, the newer policies and the languages that we want to make sure that in the new policies for school boards, we're recommending to the board prior to adoption for their consideration. And most of it is all language that did not carry over, that was specific to our, current policies that we'll be putting forth through the board. Okay? So that's all the new business that I have. Excuse me.
All right, thank you very much for all that update. Anybody else want to add something?
Yeah, just to follow on 625 in our meeting, Mr. Scales questioned about the American-made products for HVAC units and other housing grounds. Do we have any update on that?
That's my error. I'll find it out from Mr. Moretta. I know he's not in this week, and I can find that out from.
Okay. And then do we have an update on a paving project for the potential lighting?
Put your mic on, please.
That's separate.
Mr. Maresca determined that the paving can be done and still have the ability to somehow or another, I'm not technical with the construction end of things, but to enhance our lighting systems. But to your point, if we can do it before they pave, why not? I suggested a meeting for August to go over a few big items we need to address: the switchgear room, the roofing proposals. But I believe, Nick, Vince, you can speak to Nick's issue and Doctor on that paving.
Do you want me in?
Yeah.
I think it came up in a few discussions with.
So it was determined by the facilities manager that we don't need to do anything beforehand. In other words, for any potential lighting, underground carve-outs, the grass areas evidently can be used. And secondly, the paving is due to start or be scheduled sometime after, I think, August 11th.
So in looking at the channels, he said with regard to having that, it was too that all the current, it would be coming from the side, not necessarily through the
Not
pavement.
going straight through.
Correct. And if that's a configuration that we want to go with, depending on, we don't want to necessarily run channels that are permanent right there if that's not something we would want to be doing
Understood.
permanently. So that's it.
And Mr. Moretta did provide us a proposal for that lighting project that we can discuss as an ad hoc,
Okay.
building and grounds, and see where we want to take it from there.
Great. Anybody else want to add anything? All right. I just want to wish everybody a last great month of summer. We won't be seeing everybody till August 27th, so please enjoy time with your families. It's so very precious. It's fleeting, and it's over so quickly. So really, I wish I could say the same. I know you're working, but try to fit in as much family time as you can. Our families are the most important thing, so enjoy the rest of the summer. I'll take a motion to adjourn.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? None? Motion carried. Meeting adjourned.
All right. Yep.